Harlan is down for his nap, and I have been dying to tell you guys about why we picked his name. I am doing a get ready with me, and please don't come for me how I do my makeup because, again, I am not a makeup artist. Doing my best. Let's start with Max because he's older than me. When Max was born, his parents decided not to give him a middle name. His dad's favorite movie at the time was Mad Max, the ones that came out in, I think, mostly the 80s with Mel Gibson. That is how they picked Max. And then when I was born, my parents were convinced that I was a boy. So apparently my legs were crossed in the sonogram. They just were not sure, but my dad was just positive that I had to be a boy. They only had prepared James or Jimmy. I was Jimmy. My mom loved it. She thought it'd be so cute to keep my name as James. I would have rocked that as a name. I think I totally could have been a girl James, and a little bit of a missed opportunity, but I really love my name, so I think they still did good. I was nameless for a little while, and while they were thinking about it, what TV shows were they watching at the time? We're really enjoying the Star Trek Next Generation series with Marina Sirtis, who was an actress on the show at the time. That is one of the ways that they picked my name. Both of our names came from movie and television, and it was just really a fun thing to connect on when we first were getting to know each other. We both just had this big love for the film industry. After we got married, I was like, okay, our kids have to have names that come from film and television, just like the both of us. That's just so fun. So after we got pregnant, we were like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. What on earth do we pick for our kid's name? Thinking about it, we looked into some of our favorite films and movies, and number one for both of us as a movie we definitely love is the movie Knives Out. Knowing that, we were looking at some of the characters, and we realized that one of the slightly underrated characters, even though the whole movie centers around him, is everyone's dad or grandpa, Harlan. It centers around his murder. I'm not going to spoil the movie for you, but I will say that you should watch it because it's one of my favorite films. I don't think it's streaming anywhere. I think you're going to have to, I think you have to rent it in order to watch it. It's a great movie for the fall. I always suggest it because it's got great fall vibes. If you go back and watch the movie and you look at all the reasons why this character, in our opinion, is quite noble and really loves and cares for his family, then you'll know why it means so much to us. I love the name. I've never met a Harlan in real life. Oak, we just really liked it. I had brought up once to Max, and he said maybe. After he had sat on it for a little while, when I brought it back up, he said, actually, I really like that. I mostly picked it because we liked it. Later on, when we thought about it, some of the definitions for Harlan that I found before the baby was born was man who dwells by the edge of the wood. Now, every time I look it up, it's a different definition, and I don't know why. I'm of course, after the baby's born, everything looks different that I look up online. I thought it was neat that oak and oak trees are in the woods, or can be found, and some of the definitions for Harlan are man who dwells by the edge of the wood. Now, funny enough, some of the stuff that had happened before was that Max's middle name non-existent. I found out that on our first date. Jokingly told him that I was going to give him a middle name, and I looked behind him and the street sign was Pecan Street. So I jokingly said that he should be called Max Pecan. So I've been sitting on this and waiting to share with you guys. Yeah, that's how we picked our little man's name. Thanks for listening.